All right, guys. So welcome back to the Roger Sarn channel. I'm your host, Sarn Cruz, and today we're just gonna calmly relax, as you guys can see. We're gonna talk about some things that you should not do when you're at a board or promotion board. So let's get right into it. Here are 5 things that you should not do at a promotion board. Number one, when you enter the board, make sure you knock really hard. Not so hard that you're going to break the door down, but enough to know that you're there. Once they say enter, do not do the Frankenstein. I'm going to tell you right now, you do the Frankenstein, one, they're going to laugh at you. They're going to be like, look at this Frankenstein head ass. Two, they're going to kick you out and they're going to tell you to come back in. Hopefully they tell you to come back in. If they don't tell you to come back in, then you got to wait till next month. And 3, when you do go back in, they already have a preconceived notion that you don't function well under pressure. So you may or may not get that P status. They may just want to see what you got going on. Or you may or may not win that board. So don't do the Frankenstein. Practice your marching, doing boards beforehand, mock boards. Practice your marching. Number 2, do not question the board. And what I mean by that is if the board member asks you a question, I'm not saying, can you repeat the question? I'm not saying don't say that. I wouldn't do that. But if you had to, for some odd reason, that you asked them to repeat the question, you just did. But what I mean by don't question the board is if you give an answer and then they tell you that that's the wrong answer and they provide you with the answer to their question, don't sit there and crash out with them and be like, well, that's not the answer because I already know and I studied this and I understand that, but this is how it really goes. Do not crash out at the board. That's the last place you want to be confrontational. Take their information, run with it. You talk about it outside, talk about it with your NCO when you get out there, be like, hey, that's not really the answer, what have you, what not. It might even be a test to see if you are the argumentative type. So do not argue with the board. Number 3, do not BS the board. Confidence is not key. You back in the day, there's always, well, you can not know anything as long as you're confident about it. This, that, and the third. That leadership type is over. You may okay, let me back up. You may find some, but that style of leadership, do you want to be that leader that's wrong all the time and gives the wrong answer, but you're confident? No. So if you don't know the answer, do not say you're going to get back with them like something like that. You just move on to the next question. Don't sit there and give them a roundabout of what you think is going to be the answer or an answer to another question, or you're just like acting crazy or something like that. Don't do anything like that. Just give them the answer that they supposed to get to the question. If you don't know it, move on. It's okay not to know something. Number 4, do not use words you don't know. I find it extremely funny when soldiers come into the board and I'm sitting on as a board member and the soldier says, and let's say the question is, how would you describe yourself to the company? And soldier says, well, I believe I'm a detriment to the company and I really work hard. And I'm like, detriment does not mean, is not a positive thing. You're supposed to say assets. So that's an example of using words that you don't know. Another example of using words you don't know, or other reasons why you shouldn't use words you don't know, is that it stumbles you. You may not pronounce it right. Your enunciation goes off, and now you're in your head, and now you're just looking foolish and crazy in front of the board, and the board's looking at you like, look at this. God, I can't wait till he gets out of that chair. So make sure you use words that you know. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss it. Last thing is, do not ask the board questions to stall for time. If you don't understand the question, or if you do understand the question, but you just need a little time to process it, a good rule of thumb that I've used when I was coming up and I was going to the boards is I would just restate the question. And as I'm restating the question, my wheels are turning. And that's how I got around asking the question. Just simply restate the question and then you give the answer. And I promise you, if you know the information, it will come out. It'll process. But if you don't know the information, then you're jacked. So there you have it, guys. 5 things not to do at a board. If you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on, all that cool stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Follow me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, want to be on my podcast version of this, go ahead and email me at rogersarn@gmail.com. And as always, remember, you don't have to embrace the suck if you got the right tools in your ruck. I'm Sarn Cruz, and I'm out. Peace.
Roger Sarn!